Hey guys, my name is Adai Magimoyo and I'm going to be showing what I've learned in my math class this semester. Hope you learned something from this video. So in this math class, we've basically been on one subject. Their subject is tessellations. Now, what is tessellations, Adai, you might ask? Tessellations are a pattern that is never ending, it has no gaps, and it has no overlaps. An example of a tessellation you might see are the tiles on your bathroom floor. Everybody sees those. They're like squares and they repeat. That's a tessellation because, as you can see, it doesn't overlap. It can repeat forever. It doesn't have enough space. And it doesn't. There's no gaps in between. Well, there's gaps, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So this year we've talked about two major shapes that are used in tessellations, and these are quadrilaterals and triangles. Quadrilaterals are shapes with 4 sides, and triangles are shapes with 3 sides. Observe the quadrilateral and the triangle. Triangle and quadrilateral. Now, there's a special reason why these can tessellate. The quadrilaterals can tessellate because of its angles. If you add up all 4 of its angles, you will get 360 degrees, and that's why it can tessellate. If you add up all the angles of the triangle, it will equal 180 degrees, and that's why it can tessellate. 180 degrees is half of 360. Like if I slice the square in half, I would get 2 triangles, and it can tessellate like that as well. That is why triangles can tessellate. Now I'm going to talk about the 3 types of tessellations you can do. There's translation tessellation, rotation tessellation, and reflection tessellation. Now, I'll talk about the translation tessellation first, and I'll show you how to do it. The translation tessellation is pretty simple. You start with a shape that can tessellate, such as the square here, and you draw a portion of it. And this portion is what you're going to be taking out of it and like replacing it on the other side. So basically, we're transferring this gap over here. So as you see, it's transferred. And this is a very simple translation tessellation. You can make nice ones that you can use as pictures, as art. You can make some great art of these things. But yeah, this is a simple translation tessellation. As it can tessellate because if you got another one, let me get another one. If you get another shape the same size, I'm gonna just try to draw it here. Oh, boom. It's not completely straight, but that's all right. Boom. If you take this, the shape can bleed in without any gaps, overlaps, and it theoretically can go forever. That's why I hope y'all understand why it's called a tessellation. Tessellation, you can take it from one part and put it on the other part. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the rotation tessellation. Let's start with a square again. Now, rotation tessellation is another type. what you do with the rotation tessellation is, once you have a shape, say, look at this, you would take this shape and put it on the other side by rotating it like this. So you would basically have something looking more or less like this. I can't make it perfect, but that's an example of rotation tessellation. You can make it into all types of abstract shapes. We actually had an assignment where we did these tessellations and had to make art out of them. Some of us made clouds, some of us made birds, and some of us made other stuff. But you see, this is how a rotation tessellation works. Next is the reflection tessellation. I'm going to start off with this simple square again. And the reflection tessellation is where you have the square, and like before, you carve out a shape, say um, like that, simple shape, and you take it over to the side like we did in the translation tessellation, and you flip it, so it'll look like sort of like this. I'm not really good at doing this, but it looks sort of like this. And as you see, it was taken to the other side and it was flipped, so it's pointing the other way. And these make all types of interesting tessellations and shapes. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I'm gonna show you my specific reflection tessellation. I hope you enjoy. Look, yeah, this is mine. It can create, if you want, it can create a pattern. Like if you had several of those shapes, you could put one under the other, and if you shape it right, there will be no gaps and no overlaps in between. That's why I like it so much. It's really cool. Well, guys, that's basically it. That's a lot of what I learned this semester. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, peace.